So, in this tutorial, I will be going over how to edit body textures for Dragon Age Veilguard with Substance Painter. This tutorial does assume you have the tools required. I will link all of them in the description. That said, please keep in mind Substance Painter is not a program everyone will have access to, but that's the program I use for this, and therefore that's the program I will be using to explain this. So we start in the Frosty editor, which is basically the toolkit, quote unquote, to mod Veilguard with. So the way we do that is actually we're going to grab the scars first. Now, there is something called the DAV Textures Matrix, which is amazing, and I'm so thankful to everyone who is working on this and has set this up. If we head over to this, I will also include a link to this, by the way. But if we head over to Character Creation, and then Control F Top Surgery, that will lead us to the file names we will need, which will make it easier to look for them in the Frosty editor. So for the example, I will grab the top surgery scars for human and elf masculine, and the files linked there are things like this. So A body, human male, nude, average scars. BCLR, and BCLR stands for base color. So I'm just going to copy this, like as an example. Keep in mind that there are 4 body types, like 4 main body types, which are average, heavy, muscular, and skinny. This means all body types have different scar maps, meaning this is a bit of an involved process. Also, this tutorial specifically is about top surgery scars, but I assume this holds true for all body textures, honestly. So anyway, we copy paste this name, or copy it anyway, and paste it here in the Frosty editor. This will lead us to a specific file, generic human, male, nude, textures. And then we will get these files. However, we don't just need the I can't say this word, BCLR, because we also need the normal map. So if we double click these, they will show us these 2 files. Now keep in mind that I am kind of speed running through the Frosty editor because I assume you know how the Frosty editor's basic concept works. If not, I will also include a tutorial for the Frosty editor in general in the description as well, which was also written by someone else in this community. I don't know the name, sorry, I'm new. But thank you so much to everyone who has done any sort of help with this. So, awesome. Anyway, we're going to grab the base color map and the normal map. The way you do that is you hit export here at the top, and we're going to give my laptop a moment to open the file. So I have a file path already set up for these, and I'm going to export them as TGAs. That's just the way I like to do it. As you can see, I've already exported these, so I'm not going to do it again. I mean, I can, but, you know, just save it as a TGA. That's what I do. Hit save. For me, it's like, you want to replace it? I'm like, yeah, fine, because I've already exported this, but it's okay. And then this one, export, save it as a TGA. I don't even change the file name, I just keep track of it because we have to import them again later to overwrite them, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So basically, now you should have the files. Let me grab my vanilla human elf. So these are all the files for the human and elves. Also, I have grabbed a body model specifically for this, which is the FBX file, which I will also include a download link to in the description, because it took some editing, like it took some deleting of the LODs. Doesn't matter, I'll include it. So now that we have these, the first thing we're going to do actually is make sure we can edit these in Substance Painter. The BCLR we can edit the way it looks right now, because that's fine. However, if we want to make sure the normal maps are editable in Substance Painter, we have to change them a little bit. So the way we're going to do that is, let me grab the average scars as an example. We're going to open them with GIMP. I use GIMP for this. GIMP is just the tool I know. It's free. It's the easiest way for me as far as I know. So when we open the normal map, this is what we see. What you're going to want to do is hit colors, components, and then decompose. And you want to decompose it as an RGBA. So hit OK. And that means it's going to decompose it into layers. There's the red, green, blue, and alpha. Now, this kind of normal map, Substance Painter doesn't support, or either way, I can't get it to work. So we're going to do one small thing is that I'm just going to turn the red and green layers off for a second. Select the blue layer. Make sure you have that layer selected. And then hit the bucket fill tool and make sure it's pure white. So just pure white. You're going to fill this, and that's it. You're going to do the visibility, colors, components, compose, or you can do recompose, honestly, but I tend to be safe and just hit compose. Make sure red is red, green is green, blue is blue, alpha is alpha, hit OK. Now you will get a purple normal map. That's good. Substance Painter can open these. So we're going to hit File, Export As, and I have them saved in like a specific location. Just make sure you save these somewhere where you can find them. I have them here. I export these as PNGs. So this is the regular, so human, elf, hum, regular, normal map. So again, this is the regular one, right? Yeah. Me trying to remember what I opened. Okay. But anyway, I'm just going to name this example real quick, .png. Just to show you, when you hit export, you'll get another menu. Just ignore it, just hit export. All the settings are fine. This might take a moment. Yeah, we just gotta wait. In the meantime, while this is exporting, let me show you Substance Painter, because I already have these files. But that's how you basically make sure the normal maps will work in Substance Painter. Now, let me show you with a new file. So new, then file. I have the, I'm trying to remember which one it is. Millbody.fbx, which again, I will be linking in the, Jesus, in the description. So, I put it at 4K. Doesn't matter. You can also put it at 2. I put it at 4. Make sure the normal map format is DirectX. These settings I don't tend to change. And then hit OK. This will give you a body model. Now, if you've never opened Substance Painter before, please just watch some tutorials on that, because this is not a Substance Painter tutorial. This is a Dragon Age tutorial. And I will be explaining how to edit the textures for Dragon Age. So basically what you're going to want to do is, now that the body model is open, I just delete this layer because it's empty. And we're going to go to File, Import Resources, Add Resources. And then you're going to want to navigate to the files or the folders where you have the files saved. So that for me is exports, GIMP, and then this is where I have my normal maps. So for example, this is the example, but let's say we want to do the elf human regular normal map. We import that. And also I have the base color saved in a different folder, which my bad. Let's say we did average, right? Yeah, regular or average, whatever. And then the BCLR. And then you're going to want to hit texture for these. And you can import them to your project or your library or your current session. I just do project most of the time. So we're going to import these and you're going to see them here. Now, you're going to want to grab this one, the base color, drag it over to the layers panel and hit base color. You will now see the base color on the model. Yippee! Then you're going to grab the normal map, which we set up to work in Substance, and select normal as a layer for this. As you can see, this gives our body the illusion of depth. So this is what we will be editing. Now, personally, for Substance Painter, I prefer drawing directly on the model, but Substance does have a version where you can also draw on the map itself. Oh, let me not move this. Sorry. Let me not move this, guys, please. This is what I get for recording a live tutorial. Anyway, like I said, you can draw on here and watch it actually how it looks on here. Again, I like to draw on the model, but that's a personal preference. So, I'm not necessarily going to cover a lot of drawing in this because it's mainly about creativity and you can do whatever you want. Me personally, I tend to use the charcoal brush though, And when you want to draw this, I will explain this real quick. Um, yeah, let me explain this. So you make a new paint layer. I move it to the top. I name this something like top surgery. Again, imagine spelling top surgery. Again, you can do anything with this. I think this will hold true for all body textures, but again, this is specifically focused on top surgery scars, so, you know. So yeah, I like to use the charcoal brush for scar textures. Then I head to the properties paint layer or paint tab. I scroll down until I see this, the material. I will select or deselect the metal, rough, and normal actually, because I don't tend to paint on the normal map. I tend to paint on the height map because the height map is transferred to the normal map in game. So what I like to do is I select the color and the height. And then let me just show you real quick. For the export, I will use something that I've already finished, but let me show you. So let's select a color. You can color pick this from the vanilla scars. I have a bunch of swatches that I've already set up for colors I like for it, but you can do whatever you want with this. Go crazy, go nuts. So then I like to do the height slider. If you set it up, it looks like it's raised. If you do it down, it looks like it's sunken in. I tend to change these values very minimally. Like if you go all the way up, don't. Like 0.2 is plenty most of the time. So just, I stay below 0.1 always. So if we draw this, and I use my drawing tablet for this, but if you draw this, like, you can draw on here, maybe make them like this, maybe draw a little line here. Like I said, you can do whatever you want. Now, another quick tip for Substance Painter and drawing these is you can turn on symmetry here, which means it gets mirrored to both sides. But this isn't necessarily a Substance Painter tutorial, it's more like a Dragon Age modding tutorial, so yeah, just draw this in any way you see fit. For me, I'm going to just open the file that I have for this. I'm going to discard this because I've already have this saved. Give it a second to load. La la la. Okay, so in this file, I have my scar set up. I will also probably be including the Substance Painter save that has all the human, male, and elf texture maps loaded in. But yeah, so this is the regular body, and I've already gone ahead and... Is this the right file? Am I even on the right? This is the wrong fucking... Hang on. It is this one that I need. Hang on. Something something life tutorial. Okay, so let me turn on the regular map, and let me turn on the top surgery scars that I drew. So I drew these. They're a little more jagged, a little more defined, because this is the base game, and these are mine. So what you're going to want to do when you're done, right, you're going to want to save the file. But yeah, you hit Export Textures, Output Directory, navigate these to a folder that you want them to go. So you go Regular. Now for me, I've got these at 2K apparently. I can change these to 4. Hang on. But okay. I export them output template, document channels plus normal plus AO with alpha. That's just me. That's just me. Also, I'm not sure if you need to bake the texture for this. I'm just thinking. Like, just in case, in Substance, I tend to bake the ambient occlusion and normal, but I don't even think that's necessary. Ignore this. Sorry. Me with live tutorials and being a bit frantic. Like, scatterbrained. Okay, anyway. Export textures. Output directory. Put them in the folder you want them in. Select folder. Size, I'm just going to put them at 4. And then I tend to export the... So you just need the base color, right? And I do the normal map DirectX, I think. But let me export both of the normals just in case. So you're going to want to export base color and normal and I'm not 100% sure, I'll be real. I'm not 100% sure if I need the normal or normal DirectX and or what the difference is, but I think last time I used this one, but they're the same, I think. Anyway, let me hit export and give it a moment to export it. Now, you see this at 100%, it's not done. This is a mistake I have made. Wait for this to say correctly export it. You see an error here, that's because of my Baldur's Gate 3 settings. Ignore that. Anyway, these are now correctly exported. The one thing Substance Painter does that I like is that you can hit open output directory and you will be led directly to the folder on your PC where you just exported them to. Now, if you open these, you can see that they have our new surgery scars in them. Now, to get these back into the game, you need to do the same thing you just did, but the other way around. So I'm going to do it with the normal DirectX because I think there's no difference between these, right? Like if I look at these. Oh, wait, there is a difference. Shit. um, you know what? I'm going to go with the normal DirectX. That's the one you need. My bad, guys. So you need the normal DirectX. Um, so open with GIMP. This is going to open, and once again, colors. Also, I'm sorry if this is a little unstructured. I'm doing this live, trying to do the best, okay? Okay, so we're going to decompose this again to RGBA. Just kidding. We're going to decompose this again. Color, no, yeah, colors, components, decompose. But this will just be RGB right now. So decompose it to RGB. And you will see the red and green are the same. The blue one is white. If we look at the base one, right, the blue one was supposed to be black. We colored it white. And there's a white alpha. So what you're going to want to do is this blue one, which actually has some minor details. Now I'm thinking, should I have used the normal one? Now I'm reconsidering my own things. I think, no, I need this one. Okay. So the blue channel, we're going to color black. But I feel like, yeah, there's some white in here. You know what? I'm going to ignore that. I'm just going to paint this whole thing black. See if I care. Again, this is how I do it. I am by no means an expert on this, right? This is just how I got it to work. Please don't think I'm a genius, because I'm not. So blue channel is black, and then we add a channel, which I lovingly call alpha, and fill with white. Okay. Now I move this below so it will compose them correctly. We can do these visible again. Colors, components, make sure to hit compose and not recompose. So we hit compose. Color model RGBA. Make sure red is in red, green is in green, blue is in blue, alpha is in alpha. Hit OK. And boom, we've got a similar map to before, as you can see. But as you can see, it now has our scar textures. So we're going to export this, export as, and we're going to save these in the right space. I'm trying to think what the name for this was. You know what? I should get a new folder for this. Export substance regular, and then we're going to name it. We need the correct file names for this, don't we? Sorry, I'm doing this. Like, this is the second time I'm doing this, right? Like, I just was like, I'm going to do a tutorial. Let me grab the correct names, actually. So go to vanilla for a second. Let me grab the correct names. That is average. This is the name for it. So exports SP regular. This is the name. I'm going to name it this. And I'm going to export this as a PNG. Export. Default settings are fine. Export. Also, again, I'm so sorry for this being all over the place. Like, I'm trying to do this in real time and trying to remember all the steps I took. I might write out, like, a proper tutorial at some point, which is step by step and not this disorganized. Sorry, again. Waiting for this to export. Takes a moment. Okay, so this is now here. I'm gonna take this name, by the way, copy paste this, and rename our other one, but change norm to BCLR. Okay, so now we've got the proper names. These are our new files. Hooray. We're gonna go back to the Frosty editor. Now I still have these open. You might not. Now I had a project for this already, actually. So I'm gonna open my project for this because, like I said, I already had a project for this. So, but basically, we're gonna go back to these. So open these. I've already overwritten these once because I've already done some editing on this, but okay. Once you're back at the texture, you're editing. So that's the one we grabbed them from. Like these are the ones we exported. You're now going to hit import and you're going to navigate to where you have the new ones. So right now we're importing new BCLRs. So we're going to hit this one, PNG, open. Give it a second. Okay, that's our new. And we're going to go to the normal, import, and grab the one we finished setting up correctly. Open. Almost. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to save these. Now, I've already made a project for this, but if you haven't, it'll prompt you to make a project. So these are now saved, and I'm going to hit launch, which is going to launch the game. Now, I've only done this for the average body type right now. But yeah, I'm going to show you because it should now launch the game. Yes, continue. There we go. That's the game launching. Beep, beep. Give it a moment. Doesn't like when I meddle with it too much. You can do it, baby. There we go. So it's now launching the game. Give it a second. There we go. Verifying the shaders as always. We wait for a second. La, la, la. It's taking longer than normal, but okay, whatever. Okay. That is loud. Jesus Christ. Okay, new game. Oh my god, this is very loud. I'm so sorry.
I knew him
Yeah.
as soulless.
Yeah. I should turn the sound down. Anyway, we edit the elf and the humans. I'm gonna turn the sound down. I hit escape. I should not have done that. Hang on, let me turn this sound down. Oh my god. Let me just mute the game sound for a second. Lol. Anyway, new game. Yeah, cannot skip. I don't think so. Anyway. So we're gonna check in character creator, elf, continue. Customize. Go to the body and select the undergarments for a second. Maybe I don't need to do this. I don't know. So we're gonna hit to the scars, and scroll down. Top surgery scars on, and as you can see, it now pulls from our own custom scars. Now, we only did the average ones right now, or I did. So if we go back, and if we change the body and the body proportion, not the body proportions, hang on, the body shape. Like if I put this to be super skinny, you can see it reverts back to the regular ones because it pulls from a different map. So if you want this to work on all body types, you're going to edit them all separately. But yeah, body shape, if we just do like kind of average, you can see it pulls from our custom top surgery scars. So yeah, that's it. That's how you edit top surgery scars in Dragon Age. Yippee! We did it, gang!